The next piece that that's coming up, and they call me one of the, I guess, one of those people who know a lot about it in our group at the station. I does the social media thing. All my young people in here on social media, put your hands up, whether it be Snapchat or Instagram or Periscope or Twitter or whatever it is. This your phone? That's your phone? I don't know if you got no social media on there, Rev. We gonna get you a new one, Rev. It worked though. It worked. Is there a camera on there, Rev? We gotta get you one with a camera. It'll work though, Rev. I ain't got nothing else to say. As long as you can call. In any case, really quickly before I bring up Jared, one of the things that I've been, since I've come up in the social media era, and every time something new come out, I learn about it. Sometimes I'm on it, sometimes I'm not. In the unfortunate situation that something happens to you and you're no longer with us. There was a young lady at Bowie State University when I lived in Maryland. Something happened to her. The only thing I had to go on to learn about her was her Instagram. When I went to her Instagram, it was not the prettiest picture painted by the things she posted, the things that she put up. So when, in the unfortunate situation, should we all be left to ask questions, what kind of person were you? What kind of person are you? Had you been while you were here? If I open your Instagram, what am I learning about you? You are what you post. You are what you post. And they can help. You know, we're in this situation when people die, like Trayvon Martin was gone, and they went to his Instagram, but they'll go to anybody's Instagram, and they'll put you on trial, even though you're the one that didn't even do nothing. You were murdered, and now you're on trial. They're going to look at your social media, what you post, what your grades was like, who your friends are. These are the things you need to be conscious of before you press send, before you press go. Now, for everybody who's on all these social media, and Facebook Live is something relatively new, and Periscope, you need to know how to appropriately use these things if you're going to use them for your benefit. Like, should you hold the camera horizontally or vertically? How does that work? Are you streaming? Are you recording? What about apps like Legal Equalizer? And if you're just videotaping, how do you download and upload it and pass it on to people so it can go viral? I would love to introduce Jared Grant, CEO and founder at Learning, Technology, and Leadership, LLC. Also a member of Let Us Make Man. He will bring us the social media lesson. Give a round of applause for Jared.
Good evening. I don't know how I feel about Tigger bringing me up after a legend like Reverend Jackson, but we'll talk about it afterwards. Good day, everybody. All the kids 18, hey, baby. All the kids 18 and under, raise your hand. Okay. All the adults 19 and over, raise your hand. All right. All those 18 and under, do you have a Facebook account? Raise your hand if you do. Okay. All right. All of you 19 and over, do you have a Facebook account? Raise your hand. Okay, look at the power of those numbers. Okay. How about Twitter? 18 and under, do you have a Twitter account? Raise your hand. A few more. Okay. 18 and under. Snapchat? Okay, it changes. Most of our 18-year-olds and under go to Snapchat. Few things, you all. You've always used technology as a mechanism to tell your story, your narrative. Ida B. Wells did it. Y'all remember Ida B? What did she do? She talked about, and it was after the fact, and it's a shame, the lynchings. You all are documentarians now. You have to accept another role, okay? And so in that role, I'm here to just talk to you a little bit about what you're going to do with social media. Now, media versus social media. What do I mean? Something has happened in the last 20 years. Technology has evolved in such a way where we're not dependent anymore on the CNNs or the news industry. You are an industry in and of yourself. So how are you as an industry in and of yourself going to use technology to express that? Well, you have social networks. All of you have friends? Okay, how many friends do you have? How you doing? Huh? 5,000, right? 3,000, 2,000, 400. It multiplies when people begin to share that information with others, correct? All right. Those of you who are about 30 and up, I've talked about this with my Let Us Make Man brothers. How you doing, Brother Derek? Let Us Make Man. All of you 30 and up, you are digital immigrants. All of you 30 and below, you're natives. You speak a language, and a particular language. And this is important because W.B. Du Bois taught a particular phrase. Everybody remember that phrase? Who knows it? Each one? Okay. You have a native in your house, probably, that knows technology better than you do. So you have somebody to help train you on using the technology. I want to make you Zen, a Zen Buddhist. Everybody going to become a Zen Buddhist. In that I don't want you to think about the technology. I just want you to think about what you're going to create and use as a result of using the technology. Does that make sense? I used to train folks. That's what I do. I train people on using technology. I asked my class, I said, hey, I want y'all to move y'all mouse to the right. And they didn't know how to use the mouse yet. They picked it up and they lifted it to the right. But after a while, what occurred and happened? They began to learn how to use the mouse. Remember that game that we played, Solitaire? That game was constructed and created as a result to make you learn how to use the mouse. No longer do anyone in this room think about the mouse. You just get up there and do what? Create. We want to do that same thing with social media. Get those young people in your house or around to help train you. Now, we got some sheets, I think, that we're going to pass out that's going to give some of this instruction. Brother White, I need help with the screen up there. Okay. So one of the things that we want to provide you with is some technical skills on how you actually use social media. So here are a few of the things that you should be using today. Now, somebody said legal equalizer, right? Y'all heard of that one, that app? Well, you no longer can download that app, so don't even worry about that one. All right? All right. But there are a few others. Facebook Live just came out. We're going to talk about that one last. Everybody got Twitter. Periscope? Raise your hand. Great. YouTube? Great. Snapchat? All of these, 24 hours and then they're gone. Snapchat, that's why your kids love it. Using Snapchat, they go on to Snapchat, they put the video up, and then the video is gone 24 hours later. Okay? Same with the Periscope video. You put that video up, it's gone after a while. Okay? So one of the things I want to focus on is a couple of things. 10 things that you need to leave with. And also, I want to leave you with Facebook Live. It's just one of the examples that you need to be uploading. Why? Because most of you already have Facebook. So don't reinvent the wheel. The other thing, because you have Facebook, what else do you have on Facebook? You have friends. You have groups you belong to. You have things you like. That makes sense? So you don't have to go and sign in with a new account and then begin building a whole social network again. Because you already have 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people on yours. That makes sense? All right. I don't have my technology. That's irony, isn't it? Okay. So let's just go with it. Gene, did we? Okay. So we're going to pass out what we're talking about, and I'm just going to really just talk through it real quick. All these accounts, you need to always create an account. Everybody used to doing that, correct? Make it easy for yourselves. Get something that you use regularly to create your account, and then use a particular password, and then get your regular. I use my Hotmail account because I've had my Hotmail account since 1996. And that's where I let all junk go, scam, whatever the case may be. My personal comes to my Yahoo, okay? So let your Hotmail or some other type of email be what you use your accounts for. And then use a regular username or your password. Make it regular. Don't make it or invent something so that you have to think of every year, because you're going to forget. And Facebook makes it hard for you to get your password again, okay? Google makes it hard for you as well. Okay, I'm good? All right. All right, so we talked about these. All of them on your phone. Everybody take your phone out. Take your phone out, put it on your lap, put it in your hand. Okay? Some best practices on using your phone. We talked about creating an account. All of them basically do the same thing. If you're on iOS or you have an Apple-made phone, okay, of course you know how to download apps, correct? If you don't, ask the child nearby. Also, on the apps, download the apps from Google Play if you have an Android. I use Android now. I've crossed over. All right? Right. So you can create your account. It's the same. Some of them allow you with Periscope, you create your account with Twitter. It's already linked in with Twitter, and it bridges that, okay? You have the ability to watch and follow people either locally, privately, or publicly, or globally, okay, with all of these tools. Remember that, okay? I'm going to fly through this, and you're getting these handouts. What I'm showing you, you also will get in the handout, but what I want you to really focus on, because of the room and because of our time, is really Facebook Live. It's really the best product out. Okay, and once you've done all your registration pieces, you can start your podcast. But now, look at this sister right here. I do, one of my activism pieces is I take photos during protests. I love photography. And look at what the sister's doing. Now I want you to see that brother back there. That's a Let Us Make Man brother right there, Dr. Gary White. You see his phone he has in his hand? He's doing Facebook Live right now during that protest and giving his live account during that protest. People were making live comments at the same time, and while they were making their text comments, he was providing commentary and response to everyone that was speaking. You have that power. That makes sense? Okay. So let's just talk about some 10 things that you need to know and walk away with from here. All right? Your phone and computer are your industry resources. Remember I said you're an industry to yourself? Over the last 20 years, something has occurred and happened. The few no longer have the power. You have the power. It's been equalized. You can share things with thousands of people at one time, and it multiplies as they begin to share it with others. Okay. Your social network is valuable social capital. What you got to say, like money, is valuable. So make sure you say something worth saying. Okay? Please do that. Next, identify a backup to upload or store your video. On your phones, with most of these, especially with Facebook Live, you can back it up on your phone as well. You can also upload it to other social media sites. For example, YouTube is just one example, but you can upload it to others. all right? So it gives you that capability. You also can upload it to your cloud, all right? So when you're stopped, you know that you have the capability to immediately upload things, but also if you have to save it and you're using your phone, because that's the other thing, if you're just using your phone video, you know it's just going to upload either up to your cloud or on the phone itself. That makes sense? Give real-time narrative. While you're on, if the police are there, you saw that sister up in Minnesota. She gave you live, very calm, and amazing narrative on what was going on as she sat there and saw her boyfriend die. Okay? The officer was much more afraid than she was. But she gave her commentary and she waited till the next day to really emote her feelings in and around it. Okay? But that's the thing. Give your calm commentary and narrative immediately and give all the facts. The other things you want to do, make sure you're stating where you are, okay? Date, time, the place, and you may have to say that a few times throughout your video. Keep your hands steady while video recording. Okay, that's important. It may not go viral, it still may because it might be the only video out, but we are all having a hard time seeing, and that's going to cause us to not be able to use it as proof if we don't have a steady hand. But do your best. Okay, that makes sense? All right. Tell your story clearly. I just needed to reiterate that, but you need to be clear in what you're saying and enunciate exactly what you're saying. Interact real time with your messages and with your audience. I said that earlier with the brother who was on FaceTime. People were commenting and texting in Messenger at the same time while he was on. And he could comment verbally and speak to their questions or their comments in real time. So that's the interaction and exchange that you can have real time. Of course, my technology is messing up, but that's the irony. Facebook Live. Dr. White. I want to do one more thing here. When you go into Facebook and you go into where it asks you to put in your message, it is a drop down that allows you to click on the actual icon to begin to click. That's all you have to do. Click on that icon and you're live. You want to hold your camera not horizontally, but vertically. Okay. Say that again. Oh, okay, yeah, good point. The brother said clean the lens too. Okay? So clean your lens, clean your phone, all right? So hold it vertically, okay, so that we can see it clearly, because if you hold it landscape, it gets muddled. So you want to hold it vertically. And that's pretty much it. You can even do, the great thing about Facebook Live, you can go back and edit your work. You can add memes and commentary to your work so that you can reshare it again as well. Does that make sense? So you have the power of Facebook already. You already have your friends, okay? You already have a child or someone that you know that's a native to the language of social media, because you're not, and can help train you. But guess what you can help them with? Technological character. These kids have not built character yet. So it's an exchange while you're talking. That's why they show all their business on social media. They're very transparent. They break up with people on social media. Okay, so don't do that Facebook Live. All right, so I just wanted to share, we have some of the documentation that we passed out to you should give you direct rules on how you go through and actually do it. If you're already on Facebook, it's really easy. Click right into that box, you drop down, you have it right there. You are documentarians, you are creators, you are producers, you are directors. You're just not users anymore, okay? Each one teach one, each one take that camera and help your fellow community out with what's going on. All right? Thank y'all. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Oh, last thing, we have some pre and post assessments. Make sure you fill those out and get those back to us, okay? We appreciate that.